Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to finish off our project. So this is our accordion project that we've been working on. When we click the elements, we see that it opens up the box of content, but when we click it again, it closes it, but we see that we've got multiple ones that are opening up. And sometimes you might actually want this effect, so then at that point you are actually completed. But if you want them to close up and only want to have one of the boxes open, so that's typical within accordions, you've got to remove the active class. And there's a number of different ways to do this. You could use query selector and select all the elements with a class of active, and then iterate through them and simply remove out that class of active. Or since we already have our con element object, we can make use of that. And we can use that within a function. So setting up, and we can call it like clear active or something like that. And what this function will do whenever it runs, it can loop through all the elements that have a class of content, and I'll check to see if they've got the class of active as well, and if it does, then we can simply remove out that class. So that's a quick and easy way to do that. So I'm going to simply go through, I'm going to update this. Instead of main, this would now be con. So we're looping through all of the elements with the class of con, and we're going to simply select whatever the active element is, so con lx, and using the same format, using class list, and then remove, and simply remove out that class of active. And if it doesn't have it there, nothing will happen. But if it does have a class of active, it will remove it. And so now all we have to do is add this function here before we toggle and add the active one. And you can see that now, whenever I click it, it shuts the other ones down. So it removes the active class from those existing ones and only shows the ones that I'm currently looking at. So that was a quick and easy way to create an accordion. And I hope you had an opportunity to try that out for yourself. Go ahead and experiment, try the code out. The code is also included. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. Thanks again for taking this section. I'll do a quick run through of the code as well. So with the JavaScript, so we structured our HTML having one element, and then the next sibling was the content. And you do need to keep that format in order to use the next sibling method. And then we selected all of the elements into our JavaScript objects. We looped through the first one, the main element, and added event listeners. So that added the ability to click those. And once they got clicked, we ran a block of code. So the first part of the code cleared out any of the active ones, and the second one added in that active toggle one. So we could actually change that to remove if we wanted to now, because now it's simply removing all of the actives there that are available. So we could simply have this to add, and it's going to be doing the same thing. So it's not shutting anymore. And that was the difference to what the toggle was doing. And then what we did here with clear active, we created a function that will loop through, iterate through all of the elements with a class of content, and simply remove out active.